Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you are doing great. We're going to talk about central bankers and the fact that they are in no big rush to do anything right now as all this new information is coming out. Current data. When I say current, I'm talking about, a few months back when we're talking about sales, inflation, employment, or unemployment. They don't want to do anything. And now the street went from believing that the Fed was going to cut rates starting in March to now they're going, oh crap, they may actually raise them. You see, it's interesting. It's one thing to have inflation because there's demand. It's another thing to have inflation because we have out of control money printing, a supply chain chaos, a war cycle, and an economic cycle all, merging. So while I get this story pulled up on my phone to read to you, two things. I need you to guess what is the biggest fish in inches and in weight in this lake right here. Also, you can guess what lake that is. And also, last day for the side hustle course, $199. If you guys want it, cool. If not, no worries. I'll give a 14-day money-back guarantee if you've watched less than half of it and you think, nah, this isn't going to make me a bunch of money, or it's not going to work for me, it's not going to motivate me, it's not going to enhance my life. I'll give you your money back. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? All right, this is Out of Zero Hedge. It's entitled The Message This Week from Central Bankers. No urgency, no rush. It says here, although global disinflation has made considerable progress and should provide a window for interest rate cuts, in the course of this year, central banks are in no hurry to cut. That, in a nutshell, was the key message this week from a slew of central bank comments. The FOC meetings minutes and ECB policy accounts, and it was broadly supported by the economic data as well. As a matter of fact, Canada just came out with their inflation numbers, and they're seeing it step back a little bit. The problem is, I don't trust the government. I think that their numbers are all messed up. They're all lies. And they're probably just telling you that it's going down when in all reality, it's one thing going down and everything else is going up. But right now, that's the headline in Canada. Everything looks awesome. It's like a Lego movie. Prices are coming back. And they're already saying they're coming back down. So that means we're going to cut rates. No. The Federal Reserve wants you to lose your job. Central banks actually want you to lose their job. All of their rich buddies and pals, they want to buy your stuff. That's the whole message of this channel. We want to go and buy everybody's stuff, not the bankers. It's no fun in that. Now, this has seen markets pair and shift back their rate cut expectations further, continuing the trend since the end of last year. For the first time since 25 October 2023, the market participants now truly are pricing in the first ECB rate cut in June of 2024. How do you like that sound? Special effects. It's funny watching everybody believe that just the second inflation dips or slows down a bit, because remember, it's actually still going up. We're well above the Federal Reserve's between 2.9 and 3.1%, depending on what report you believe. And I don't even believe those reports. That's well above the 2% mandate. The Federal Reserve says, look, we want to destroy your currency. We want to destroy your purchasing power. We want to keep you enslaved, but only at 2%. I mean, it's funny. People are like, if you buy a house, it goes up forever. Well, actually, it doesn't. It does this little jigsaw. But over time, when you don't really look at the little important things, but you see the chart, it just goes like this. You're like, wow, well, I should buy a house. Well, of course, because you need to sort of preserve your purchasing power. But in all reality, you don't see these jagged things. And this is like, I'm rich, I'm poor, I'm rich, I'm poor. That's what the chart's actually telling you. But that's because most people in this world have paper wealth, fake wealth. It's not liquid. Big difference. Wealthy people will tell you having liquid wealth is important because when there's an opportunity, you want to be able to go get your money from over here and you want to go and put it over there. And then it grows like a beautiful plant. I don't know why I'm talking like Toño Montoya, but I hope you get the point. All right, so here we go. Diving in a little deeper. As our Fed watcher, Philip Maroney, remarked earlier this week in his not-so-fast comment on the January meeting minutes, most participants at that meeting warned against the risks of moving too quickly to ease the stance of monetary policy. Now, I have to remind you of something else. There's never been a time in history, all throughout history, of central bankers where they decided to lower rates because the sun was shining and everybody was feeling good about themselves. The truth is, they lower rates when everything's crashing down. And then the simpletons, and I mean that in an insulting way, the people that have no clue, and they only have no clue about finance, not because they weren't taught it in elementary school, it's because they don't want to know. The simpletons are your friends and family that roll their eyes at you when you're actually sharing with them news stories, facts, or figures. And you're going, this is scary. You should be alarmed or just do something about it. Those people are simpletons. They think they're so cool while they're rolling their eyes at you. I know it's super awkward when they lose their house or car and you're like, man, Billy over there has always had that hot rod. I really like. It's a really awkward conversation. Hey, I could buy it from you. I got money. You remember when I was worried about crap and I was buying gold and silver? You know, that's always an awkward thing. So just let someone else buy Billy's hot rod. You go and buy Fred's because you don't know Fred. It's not going to hurt. But he rolled his eyes at someone else. That's the simpleton. Type 1 if you agree with that. Type 1 and 2, which is 12, that's super loud, if you know lots of those people. You know them. You're living it. You're trying to help people. Watch, the 12s are going to go nuts. 3 Fed officials, Cook, Jefferson, and Waller, yesterday reinforced that message from the minutes, arguing that the direction in which inflation is heading is still positive, but that the January blip warrants caution. As Waller said in a speech in Minneapolis, whatever word you pick, they all translate to one idea. What's the rush? Now, the Ninja's been talking about this for quite some time, and I know that if you're still here and you haven't gotten super offended by now by my awkward sarcasm when it comes to monetary policy economics, that you agree. They have not gotten in control of inflation. They have not raised rates high enough. They haven't done crap, except for just annoy a bunch of us because lending got a little more expensive, or a lot more expensive. The truth is, we're gonna crash it. Do you ever just feel like you're in crazy town? Decided I'm gonna go get me a clown wig and I'm gonna start wearing it on the ski slopes because I feel like I'm in crazy town. And the cool thing is I only attract really smart people, like all of you, people like Daryl and all you guys. I mean, Carlos and Neil. Is Carlos and Neil here? Say hi to them if they are. Awesome moderators. Thank you guys for everything you do. But it's insane. Now, I've told you that I do believe, hey, there's Carlos. I do believe that you're going to see a little blip where the Fed goes, oh, the Bidenomics is amazing. It's working well. Let's lower the rates. They know the big plan. And I've got to say it over and over again. I know I'm a broken record because the tubes don't want this information out there. Because nobody on the mainstream media, nobody in YouTube, nobody on social media is telling you that's what's going to happen. And I'm telling you what, a lot of you have been around for a long time. Yes, throw up some clown emojis. I want to see clown emojis because I feel like that's where we are in this world right now. You're going to see a spot where they go political motivation. They've done it 4 times. My real estate course, I released a video specifically on the 4 times since 1972 that they did this, where they bring rates up and then they drop them about 75, maybe 100 basis points, and then boom, and it's off to the races. Because if you just think about what happened in the last 3 months as the 10-year bond came trending down from the low 5s to now the low 4s. Actually, they came in the high 3s for a little bit of time. It caused a spur of a rush to the banks for loans. Speculation, the real estate market. Cars are picking up, a little bit of car sales. That is a dead cat bounce. You are about to see something amazing. Sorry, the phone's going everywhere, but it's a little windy out here. Has anyone guessed how big the biggest fish in this lake is yet? I want inches and weight. There'll be a prize for the winner. But that's the thing. Right now, Federal Reserve, ECB, even the Canadian central bank's telling you, I don't know why you guys are all thinking you're going to lower rates. We got ourselves a crisis here. No, they don't want to tell you it's a crisis. But when you look at Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Jamie Dimon, all selling off everything they got, and it's going to get worse. It's like the rich people are telling you what's going to happen. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a ninja. Tuning to the ECB, the message is broadly the same. Weird. It's almost like they're the same kind of people. The 24th, 25th January meeting, policy accounts showed that the governing council had been taking it a bit of a risk-based approach. In its recent deliberations on policy, it felt that it was too early to discuss any of the lowering of policy rates at the time. It's just a little too early. Whew, people are going to get surprises here. The risk of cutting policy rates too early was still seen as outweighing that of cutting rates too late, the accounts note, having to reverse course in the event that economic activity picked up more strongly than expected. Wage growth accelerated or renewed inflationary pressures emerged could entail high reputational costs. Big words, big words. The negotiated wages data released earlier this week arguably didn't really fit that bill. Yes, it slowed a bit. So remember, they want you to lose your job. If you lose your job, you have less money to go to the grocery store, to go on a vacation. I'm doing it again. I just can't help myself, to go buy a house, to go buy anything. And that slows down economic activity. How do you like me? Do you know what a plethora is? Sí, el guapo. No, you do not. But what movie that's from? Point being is this. Fed's not going to be raising rates or lowering rates anytime soon. We're going to be in the hurt locker for just a little bit more. But that gives you time to wake up. That gives you time to go to action. How many of you have bought gold? Type 3 if you own any gold or silver. Now, how do you like since, let's say, 2020, where the prices of both of those have been? The truth is, we're doing great. We're holding on to purchasing power. Now, it's tough to talk about that and knowing that the stock market is at an all-time high right now, but to know and understand that, all you have to do is understand what happened in Venezuela just a few years ago with their hyperinflation and their stock market. And their stock market was cruising up the 1,000th percentile, just boom, blowing up. Yeah, try and sell some stock and buy some bananas. See how you like them apples. Point of the fact of the matter is, everything goes up during an inflationary period. Everything. But right now, we've got algorithms, robots running the stock market, and the rich people are selling. They're selling. There's a reason for that. It's important to be diverse. Have all of your eggs not in one basket, but spread out. It's really important to stay calm. I'm going to do a video next about what's going on with me in real estate on the channel, The Real Estate Ninja. And I'd really encourage you to please go check it out. Maybe hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you could. It helps me out if you like the weird sarcasm. But I'm going to tell a real story about what I'm doing with real estate right now. And it's going to be totally opposite of what you would expect, because I've been teaching people about the real estate crash that we're in right now. But it's something that I did in 2005, and it worked really well for me. And I'm going to explain that on the other channel. So if you wouldn't mind going and checking that out. Also, if you want the How to Start a Side Hustle course, I take you from starting a garage sale, I'm not joking, all the way to starting a corporation. I use 30 years of experience in 21 side hustles that have made me now millions of dollars to show people how easy it is to start a business or start a side hustle, because this is the time to start be making money, be saving money, be getting out of debt, and you're going to absolutely crush it. Price goes up full price after today, so it's $199 now, and then normally I have it for $500. But we may be bringing it up even higher because we're adding a lot more. There's a couple more lessons coming on. There's new content coming on throughout the year, and we're going to start a subscriber only. There's a discount if you want to do the live coaching calls, and we're going to start a massive community of side hustlers, something that I've never seen done before, and it's going to be super exciting. Anyway, if you guys want to check it out, I'll probably be live on the Real Estate Ninja channel in, 5 minutes, as long as it takes me to walk over there. I got to I got to find out the answer to the fish question and then find out who won. So with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out. Hey, have you ever seen a